changed.
Also tonight, she has 5 brain tumours, but Jess Simpkin is not giving up.
You just think of life as it's fun. You can't let it beat you. You've got to beat it, really. So.
You can't tell anybody?
Jess is wonderful. She's funny, she's witty, she's quite charming, and she is so caring. She cares more about other people than she does herself.
You're lovely, aren't you, Treat? Even though you take over my bed. I used to think that it was not fair, but now I just take life as it comes. If it happens, it happens.
Oh, I hope she's off now, look. She's got a bit of speed up now.
We're on the flat, that's why.
Round this way, look.
To have come through all she has and face the next step that she needs to go through. Yes, she's exceptional.
There are 2 smaller ones up here. They're only small, but she's young, so there's a potential for it to grow.
She's going to keep fighting it and fighting it and fighting it as long as she possibly can. And that's what we will do.
A lifetime of brain tumours, but Jess Simpkin isn't beaten yet. Now the scans show she's facing her biggest challenge so far, but Jess is prepared for anything.
Party poppers to be let off at the end of the funeral service.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ever having fun?
I don't know anybody that's ever had party poppers.
Aged 4, Jess was diagnosed with a medulloblastoma, an aggressive and malignant brain cancer. Early warning signs of chronic headaches and sickness were mistaken for migraines. The odds were stacked 70-30 against Jess's survival from the start.
I thought she was going to die because she was so young, and I'd never been in this situation before, and I honestly didn't know if I was going to get Jess back.
Making it to her teens was considered exceptional. Then, on her 19th birthday, another tumour. Now, 10 years on, 5 more are growing in the lining of Jess's brain.
Being told when you're young that you weren't going to survive, and now I'm reaching 29 and I've beat it all up to now.
Jess has learned to live with learning difficulties and strangers staring. She's missed out on teen stuff her peers take for granted, but she's alive and she knows how to keep her carer Denise on her toes.
Can't do it.
I try to, make a positive difference in her life. So I try to have fun all the time with her, really. Oh, we hope we're not going to poison anybody. I don't know, it's not like a job, it's just, it's lovely coming to see her, it really is. She's a star. Don't let it burn, will you?
Yeah.
Because you know I will.
Jess has been a regular patient at the Queen's Medical Centre in Nottingham since she was 4. She even jokes she has her own room here. Now she's fundraising for the Children's Brain Tumour Research Centre at the QMC.
I want to help people that's had brain tumours and going to get them so they can be hopefully diagnosed a lot quicker. I won't have to go through what I've gone through. And I do my jigsaws and DVDs.
Yeah.
Aged 4, Jess was part of an international trial into combined chemo and radiotherapy. They now know it was that 7 weeks of radioactive exposure which caused the tumours she continues to have.
We studied how it affected your life, and you're now telling us how it's affecting your life now.
That's right.
I think Jessica's experience demonstrates that it's not a walk in the park to have a brain tumour and its consequences. She's had to tackle a lot of things, and if we can halve the harm of our treatments and the tumour, then that would be an enormous step forward, because we're already improving the cure rates.
500 children a year are diagnosed with brain tumours in the UK. 70% will now survive.
Sorry for
He keeps you company, doesn't he?
Conventional surgery is no longer an option for Jess, though. Going back into her brain could cause more damage and risk the strokes she's already begun to have.
The tumours are there on the scan, and we know they're growing. And we know we better treat them now, because radiation-induced meningiomas in a young person will continue to grow, and it's only a matter of time before they start pressing on the brain and give her a serious problem. This is the only treatment that we think we can try.
But it's not a guarantee though that it's going to kill them.
No, I know, but
Exactly.
what do we do, Jess? At the end of the day, we know your tumours are growing.
Yeah.
And if we don't do anything about it, what's going to happen?
I suppose I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't.
That's right.
So.
The Royal Hallamshire Hospital in Sheffield is home to the National Centre for Gamma Knife Radiosurgery. Here they treat the rare and more complex cases. Jess decides to go ahead. She knows the risks and has been making plans which she's showing her mum for the first time.
I don't know anybody that's ever had party poppers.
Yeah, well, you know, if they don't like party poppers, I'm up there looking down on them.
I know.
So they'll be in trouble if they don't. And I want it to be my funeral, not someone else's thoughts of what they want me to have.
How she sees life and how she wants to get things sorted is just inspirational in it to me. It is, isn't it? Come here. Come here. She is just amazing.
Work it, girl, work it.
It's the hardest thing to hand over your daughter for her to go to sleep, and hopefully, you know, she's going to wake up and everything's going to be fine.
Jess has asked to be put to sleep before the frame which guides the gamma rays is fitted.
It is precise, it is focused, it does not touch the rest of the brain, but only targets those bits of tumour.
It's very similar to having an X-ray, so the patients don't feel anything when they're in there. We're targeting those lesions with something that really is invisible. The patients don't feel it, they don't see it.
The scan that she had that we were looking at this morning was actually from last year, so it may be that they've grown a bit in that time. So we need to see what they're like today and actually plan the treatment on today's imaging.
They're small, but they were definitely not there on the previous scan.
The team have discovered a new area they're not happy with. Now, instead of 5 tumours, they're targeting 6 areas instead.
And slide, ready, steady, slide. Thank you.
She's always relied on Mum for strength and support whenever there's been anything difficult. And we know she's going through something difficult now, and we can't really be with her.
No, it's hard. It is hard. Very, very hard, this is.
Just think of life as it's fun. You can't let it beat you. You've got to beat it, really. You need to keep the strength up that you can get through it. It's not going to beat you, you're going to beat it. Every time it comes, I will fight it with all my might.
And Jess has told us that all those bikes have helped to raise nearly £4,000 for the University of Nottingham's Brain Tumour Research Project.